Alright, we're back with more StarCraft Remastered. I'm going to be trying the cartooned mod. After seeing some folks post about it in our Discord, it seems like it's possible it'll be easier for me to follow what's going on in this one. It also looks cool, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Why not? That'd be load saved, right? I'll watch the briefing here if it lets me. Let me see if I can back out to it. We watched it last episode. Okay, so I've got hatcheries, which I want to... Let me see if I can turn the game speed down really quick. I've got hatcheries that I want to larva from. Larva give me drones, turn into buildings. I want to get upgrades early for the Zerg to do more damage. And I need to eventually build Hydralisks for range damage and flying units. I did watch the VOD from a few months ago, but if anyone in chat is familiar with the Zerg playstyle and wants to coach me, feel free to continue to do that. I'm just going to put the speed down all the way while I figure out what I'm doing here. So I have some drones, which I can already start telling them to build into things. I don't really know what the best first things to work on would be. I know I need to gather these minerals at some point. I guess starting immediately with an extra hatchery isn't bad. Hydralisks looks like I start with some, that's nice. Got my overlords. Mutalisks I don't think I built last time. So mutalisks are just like the regular flying unit, I guess. After drone. I think that I can have them gather, right? I think we established that there's a way to turn up the game speed with a key command. I don't have to keep going into the menu here. I'll turn it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be this slow. Plus and minus. I think that's working. Now, is there any thoughts on like how many gatherers I should have?
You require more minerals.
That's fine. I like the little portrait for the larva at the bottom, that's great. I'll probably send some... Well, I don't think I want to waste my Hydralisks. I probably want to build some guys specifically to send out. I'll do that here in a second. Got a spawning pool over here. Faster movement. Oh, the little one in the spawning pool. It's adorable. Mm-hmm. Is there a good rule for how many I should have gathering at any given time? Let's make some more drones for gathering. Send these guys out to scout a little bit. I only really need to build more creep if I need to increase the number of buildings that I have, right? So you got like a little shield, it looks like, where they're not taking any damage. Protoss Zealous.
Our forces are under attack.
That's completely fine. Zerg Beacon, Zerg Overlord. A shield that can regenerate and a health bar that does not. I see. Probably turn the speed up a little bit. You get multiple Zerglings every time you do this, right?
You require more minerals.
Let's see if I can find where there's gas. Turn it up a little bit more here with speed. I don't think plus and minus are working. Yeah, I've been hitting them and it's not doing anything. Just come in the menu and do it. You know, it works that way in Warcraft, and I think it sounded like it worked that way in StarCraft too. Tried both the ones on the numpad and the ones on the above the enter key. The numlock has to be on or off? Numlock has to be on, okay. You're not what I was hoping for there. That's cool. I think all my drones are being used at the moment. Get the zealot, you can do it. Perfect, okay. And I can't really heal my units, right? Faster movement, I have to find gas first. I still haven't found any. Oh, mutalisks are super fast, okay. Let's get in there. Maybe it could be that I have to like take out the immediately adjacent Protoss to get access to gas. You can heal by burrowing at some point. With the regular Zergling scan, I guess. Spawning pool, evolution chamber, extractor. Evolution chamber is upgrades, right? Oh, that looks like that's gas. Good call. So I'll have to have a drone go over there and build it. Extractor, so I would have to get creep over it in order to be able to use it, right? A few more Zerglings, I'll hold the edges here. If you build the gas structure, the creep will come. Okay. So I need gas for all these things anyway, so. This is the cartoon mod that was released a couple months ago. Hatchery, creep colony, extractor. Definitely saw some guys up here, so I'll try to throw some hatchlings in the corner. Kind of reminds me of Castle Crashers dev. Behemoth, I think they're called. Looks like my Hydralisk recovered just from standing in the gunk for a bit. That was cool.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm on it. So how do pylons work? I haven't played Protoss yet, and I don't think I had to interact with them too much in the Terran campaign. Just send some drones over here. How are they building? Take them out. The buildings don't work. The buildings have to be like adjacent to the pylons. Close to them at least. God, I wish I had a target idle worker button. Switch to the pylons. And it's like 3 workers per gas, right? More than that is overkill. I need more overlords first, okay. Those are my supply and also kind of a scout, right? Overlords can detect stealth units as well, right? Range is fairly forgiving, sure. So far, I'm really digging this mod. This is the cartoon mode. I feel like I have a much better sense of what's going on. Like, I like the graphics of base StarCraft. I think they look good, but it's kind of muddy to my eyes. I don't really have StarCraft vision. So the different units don't stand out from one another very well. Okay, now I can start building upgrades. Do the melee attack upgrade. So that's kind of interesting. Them having detector means that it's not strictly correct to just, like, put them as far in the back as possible. Start doing some Zerglings. Hold down the 4 on the edges here. I wonder if it's worth making multiple evolution chambers so I can get their upgrades a little bit faster. You have to relearn the game if you play the entire campaign like this. Yeah. So you just develop sight memory, I guess, for the way things look. It's especially easier for me to keep track of my Zerglings now, compared to the base game, where they just kind of blend into the muck. I like the look of the creep here, too. I think it stands out a lot better against the kind of boring brownish background. So I'll go ahead and get the Zergling movement speed up, so I'm doing something with this. Don't think any of these guys are wasting their time right now. I think they all have a little animation that shows that they're gathering successfully. I might build some more drones here in a second. Let me make this a control group. Yeah, let me make this a control group. Perfect. Oh, the creep colonies can actually attack things? Oh, so they're like turrets. That's cool. So Spore is aerial units, Sunken Colony is ground units. You can't, it's one or the other, not both, right? It's a branching upgrade. Okay. That's cool. And they still work as creep generators while they're doing it, right? Is the spawning pool just an upgrade building, or does it do other things as well? Is it just research upgrades?
Evolution complete.
Hydralisk Den would be nice. Definitely need to have more ranged units. Evolution complete. What's the speed up? You need to have the spawning pool to be able to get Zerglings at all, and this map just happened to start me with them then. Okay. So I'll keep doing creep colonies so I can get more turrets. Hey guys, what's up?
Forces on
Went pretty well. Cool. I think I've got a couple. Yeah. Hydralisks. Improve spines, extra movement, increase range. Seems good. Now I can make hydralisks over here. Okay, I see. Hey, Calic. Oh, it unlocks Spore Colony. Interesting. So I got a Spore Colony over here. Make this into a sunken colony, and then this can be another Spore Colony in a second. Let's see. Let's do missile attacks, carapace. I need a lair for melee attacks level 2. I should have that in a second. Yeah, this is normal speed. I'm still not very good at the game. It took me a long time to get through the Terran campaign. But I think I like the playstyle of Zerg a little bit better. It seems to be a little bit more macro focused. So you just have too many units to have to stress out about micro. So. Let's do another Spore Colony. Got more Hydralisks over here. Try to set them defending both sides if I can. Probably start sending them out to help here soon. It'll say evolution complete for any building that's evolving, so that would include creep colonies that are turning into turrets, is that right? Is it generally better to have the aerial turret versus the ground turret, or it just depends on the map until you learn what you're up against? I'll get more drones here in a second. Keep selecting all of them, it's fine. Mr. Drone. About. Let's see what our advanced options are. Spire requires a lair. So I guess I don't have access to a lair on this map, is that right? Doesn't look like it's in the normal build options. Spore Colony. Let's upgrade a bit hatchery. Mutate into lair. Okay, thank you. Try to see if I can eyeball any units that aren't doing much right now. I'm gonna see if I can get a few more Hydralisks so I can have a group down in the south. I think I just got the gas after I selected them. There we go. The main function of a lair is that it unlocks more buildings, or does getting a lair do anything by itself? One of each next to each other if they've got air units. Okay. Next to or near-ish to each other, I guess. I'd do the spire, but I'm gonna wait for this to build. It's a tech upgrade. So there's no reason to have more than one layer, it sounds like. The layer has more HP, unlocks an upgrade for overlords, and unlocks the next tier of buildings. Oh, but it does get more HP. Okay. So it does something beyond just being a buff. I am going to go out and scout and attack on this map, but I kind of just want to get the feel for the cartooned mod, which I feel like I'm getting pretty well. They did a really good job of making all these buildings stand out from each other, I feel like. So I'm sure that's something you get a handle on once you play a lot of a base game, but I was really struggling to distinguish buildings from the background. Alright, let's just start doing regular Zerglings because they're super cheap. And let's build a spire, which does something. Build another hatchery closer to the gas, or add more drones to have them mine faster. Like up here right next to the gas. I guess that's an advantage of Zerg, that they can easily make buildings for bringing minerals back, right? Yeah, I love the larva portrait. Spire's an area unit. Is that the Mutalisks they're called? I'll get a drone here in a second to make a closer hatchery. So you're saying if I build one like right up here, they'll just bring the gases to the closest possible tree, right? Oh, but I can't get up there yet. Shoot. But I have to build another creep extender to get one in this corner. Beetalisk and Scourge. Oh, they don't have to be on creep, but there's a restriction in how close they can be to resources. Okay. So that may have been a waste. This might be the closest I can possibly be to this gas then, right here. Do I have to worry about buildings blocking my own units from moving around them, or will they like try to path around the corners? I'm guessing you can't body block with buildings. Whoa.
Our forces are under attack.
Nice. That works. So you should be a spore colony, I guess. Let's do melee attack upgrade level 2. Spire. Great flyer attacks. Now I can make Mutalisks. But I need more gas, which might happen once this hatchery finishes. Flying units don't need to worry about being blocked. Most small units will pathfind, big units can get stuck. Like the Terran mechs could get stuck, for example. To Scourge. I see. Well, I got a ton of extra minerals, so I'm going to try to burn through all of them by just making a shitload of Zerglings. I could probably brute force this map right now, I think. But I'm trying to understand the build order a little bit better. Gas is definitely my bottleneck at the moment. Could do overlords, no problem. There's suicide bombers. Got Mutalisks over here. I thought I had more Mutalisks. Maybe I didn't actually get around to crafting them because I didn't have enough gas. That's probably right. So they're like a consumable missile, I guess you can think of them. Yeah, I'm working on it. Do you automatically build with the maximum number of, Sorry, do you automatically build with the maximum number of larvae? We always get 3 overloads like that, like I just did. Alright, I think I feel pretty good about this layout. I might wait for this melee evolution to finish, and then I'm gonna go try to murder some dudes.
Do with my minions as you will, Cerebrate. They will serve you unquestioningly. Go now, and bring swift wrath to all who would oppose the swarm.
As you say, game, it's fine.
Our forces are under attack.
No kidding. My Hydralisks can attack their aerial units, right? And they're actually pretty good at doing that as well. Gotcha. Tankier Marines. Okay. I guess I already have larvae that are building that since. Yeah, I'm struggling with... It seems like I basically should always be pressing A and then click. I had this problem in the Terran campaign as well. I wish it was the opposite, that they would do that by default, and I could press something to have them force move. It seems like I almost always want to do A click, A click, A click, right? Let's do a bunch of Mutalisks, I guess. Decently expensive. I feel like Zerg are really easy to dump your minerals. Just make billions of Zerglings. It's never a completely bad play, it seems like. They have any sort of range. As long as they're not melee units, they can attack everything. Okay. Gotcha. Missile attacks specifically are any ranged attacks from Hydralisks and Mutalisks, is that right? Oh, I got all these drones up here. What the fuck? Guess they're almost out of things to do anyway. Now, if I wanted to get an expansion, if I wanted to get a new base, do I have to connect my creep all the way there for my existing base, or can I start building creep just by getting a drone on top of the area? Must be showing that that's meant to be blocked off, I guess. Oh no, it's a second level that I can't get to from here. So what all is allowed to be built outside of creep? I assume it's not everything. So those are their turrets. Sorry, I'm trying to do the A-click thing. It's tough for me to get. Doing it by default, basically. Oh shit, I got assholes down here. Stop it, assholes. I think they killed everything.
Our forces are under attack.
Keep going, team. You're doing great. Really proud of you all. why don't you guys come down and help? Hatcheries and extractors, everything else needs creep. Okay. Yeah, I think I started experimenting with patrolling a little bit in the Terran campaign, but it's a little advanced for my skill level at the moment. So mutalisks can still damage ground units. Is there a Zerg unit that can only attack other air units and attack ground units? You should be wary of putting your ground units. Beat the whole game without worrying about patrol. Okay, thanks. Lift speed. Flyer attacks up. So if I have idle drones and no minerals for them to use, what can I do with them? That's generally going to be helpful. Make more turrets, more creep, I guess. I think I saw some buildings up here before. Look for another expansion. Okay. I think I need to just bind A to my mouse, to one of my mouse keys, so that I can automatically hit A click. I ended up doing something like that in Warcraft 1, where you like actually had to do that in order to move them around at all. Zerg beacon. Bring the chrysalis to the beacon. Okay, I might actually be able to do that here soon. So where is the chrysalis? Oh Jesus, this is bad.
Our forces are under attack.
For new places for minerals. So what's able to pick up the chrysalis? I love the little baby. It's adorable. Is it a drone that has to transport them? This is unique to the story thing. You would never have to move a chrysalis around in the multiplayer, right? It's cool. It's so cute. He's got a little baby chrysalis. So what caused me to be able to control them? When I first loaded into the map, I don't think I could. Just capture the flag game mode that no one plays. Okay. Oh, when the dialogue came through and it's like, control my minions, go kill them. Gotcha. So far, I think I like Zerg better than Terran. I'm still not good at it, obviously, but the fact that I can focus more on macro and just kind of let the AI do its thing helps a lot. You can control by moving a unit nearby. Okay. Hey, Kevin. Thank you. How are you doing? I really like the look of this mod. It's so much easier for me to tell what's going on. You are victorious. Could have done that way faster, but now I know. Sargus tribe. The Protoss force is beaten and scattered. They're all sitting in a little theater. The Overmind is withdrawn the swarms, the remote ash world of Char. Interesting.
Behold the power of that which is yet unborn. For the swirling images that flow forth from the chrysalis are only a shadow of the sleeper's true power.
The psionic emanations of the chrysalis have reached out into the depths of space and lured our enemies to us.
Digging it so far, Kevin.
We are aware of their plans.
Protect the chrysalis.
All squadrons close formation. Scan for hostiles. Emperor Arcturus believes that there's Zerg out here, so it's our job
It
to
was
push
great.
them out. I don't want any slip-ups this time. We'll show these critters that they can't run from the truth.
Engage the Terran forces with care. Your priority is to protect the chrysalis at all costs.
Little swimming guy. Cool. Zerg overlords can be upgraded to carry units to the layer hive. This upgrade you can use them as transports by selecting a group of units and right-clicking an overlord. Oh, that's cool. I like how a lot of the Zerg units seem to be able to do two things, right? Alright, let's slow down for a second. I'm gonna lay the land here. Gotta protect the chrysalis, which is this gross looking thing over here. Cool. Already has some colonies around it, so maybe I could build some ground turrets also around it to help protect it. Guess let's start gathering regardless. I keep wanting B to be the build a unit button, but it's S for spawn. So I only have one hatchery to start in this map. You generally want to have more of those, right? What's a good number of hatcheries to have in a typical map? Do hatcheries effectively act as creep colonies? And does it make sense to try to build them a little bit further away? Turn the speed up a little bit. I think I see what's going on in this map. Minimum income. So I could build a little gas extractor over here. And then once I get another one...
You require more minerals.
3 main base, 2 per expansion. Per mineral line. Now, am I right that it seems like I don't have a ton of minerals available to me at the start of this map? It seems like that's not very many nodes. Also, this art style makes it a lot easier for me to distinguish each tile of minerals. They don't just like blur together as one giant crystal patch. So that's helpful too. Hatchery. Oh, I need minerals first, sorry. What's my best scouting unit? A Mutalisk?
Require more minerals.
There's no way for me to tell the building, hey, once you have enough minerals, make a drone, right? Zerglings because they're fast. Okay, here we go. There's some Terran assholes, okay. Overlords seem really slow. The advantage that there's not anything else they can do, and if they die, it's not particularly punishing or something. Hey, Loot Effects, how you doing? Okay, this looks like an entire expansion up here. Okay. I just have to be able to kill some, looks like, regular Marines. Let's go ahead and help gather here until I have enough to make another hatchery. Oh yeah, it's much easier for me to tell what's going on now. Loot effects. The difference between the units and the terrain is much clearer. It's just cleaner in general for me. I'm sure people who have played a ton of StarCraft are just fine with playing the base game and being able to tell what things are, but as a noob, this is super helpful. Send some drones up there. So if I want to expand, I can pretty much just send a couple drones up there, one to build a hatchery near the minerals and one to build an extractor, right? Don't think big head mode is appropriate for every game. It just happened to be helpful in Pillars 2. Kind of also had that muddy CRPG thing where I couldn't really distinguish the characters. So the extractor is pretty much going to be useless until I have a hatchery up here, right? Because it's so far away. Oh, this is not good. You guys go up there and defend this thing. I saw Marines coming to fuck with me. Stop it. I think I have enough now to do a hatchery. Has to be a certain distance, so like here is probably fine. Once these guys move out of the way. Now, you don't get your drone back once they turn into a building. Like, they literally turn into the building.
Require more minerals.
So automatically spread some creep, it sounds like. So I should have had one of my drones redirected to this gas extractor, but now I know to do that. You go start getting the minerals. And you said it's about 3 gatherers per gas node is generally smart. Let me save really quick here. Protect the chrysalis, eliminate the Terran presence. This thing's got to be done soon, right? Trying to get a distance from the geyser. You just start doing regular Zerglings to help defend things here. We need to do more overlords soon. Yeah, they're so cute. A little face in the corner. What are the Ragnosaurs? That's new. I don't think I've seen any neutral creatures in maps before. Or if I did, I don't remember. There's a gatherer waiting outside the geyser. It's enough units. I see. So now this one that I sent to gather these minerals is going to start going to this hatchery instead, right? And now I can start building drones up there instead as well. I start building new buildings. Let's do that. Make a couple more turrets over here. Ground turrets. Build a ton of Zerglings. Yeah, I was doing that last map pretty effectively. Probably want to build a lair soon. Got enough gas for it. It'll give me some new buildings. But while it's upgrading to a lair, it can't generate units anymore, right? Oh no, I guess I can still morph with the existing larvae. So let's get a drone for one of them and zerglings for the others. Very well. Need 100 for overlords, right? Minerals. Start doing zerglings soon. Oh, I thought I just had enough.
You require more minerals.
Hold this spot up here. Here comes an overlord.
Our forces are under attack.
Hey, assholes. A lot of dudes here. I'm trying. I just got some. Falling behind on units. Haven't had some great trades there, so I gotta start getting more regular units as soon as I can. Now I have a lair. Transporting for Overlord, increase Overlord's sight range, faster Overlord movements. Hydralisks. Let's make some more Hydralisks here. That's fine. Now if I've got a ton of gas, I should be building buildings, I assume? See if I can repurpose one of these drones here. Let's build evolution chamber. Was pretty good last time. Give me the Zergling movement upgrade would be nice. I think I'm pretty safe on that side of the map unless they send flyers at me. Alright, Hydralisks. That's fine. Gas is advanced structures and units. If you have a glut, you probably should be spending resources on powerful stuff. Like tech tree advancements like the evolution chamber. Definitely helpful to know. It's like minerals are the thing that I'm lacking at the moment. Make some more drones. Get her mineral harvesting speed up here. Melee upgrade sounds good. Still running lots of gas here, so I could probably make some buildings with drones. That's fine. This little guy is about to become a drone. Oh, unit upgrades, sure. I guess I thought of them in the same way, but I can see how they're different. Hydralisk Den, I think I start with the Hydralisk Den, right? So Spire is the new thing that I would build here, and that's for making Mutalisks, I think. If I remember correctly. The Hydralisk cost gas. Minerals are where I'm having a problem now. For folks that are veterans of this game, does it feel like I have a good number of drones at both of my mineral nodes, or should I build and assign more to that? As far as for area units, okay. Maybe have some Zerglings that are specifically protecting this thing. A few more at each. Because I feel like my mineral maps are not as good as last map. I don't have a feel for how many... I don't have a feel for like looking at a mineral field and going, this is how many I should send. I can totally do 3-ish workers to a gas node. That's easy. But knowing how many you need for a mineral patch is kind of scales based on the size of the mineral patch, right? For each mineral patch, 2 to 3 each. Okay. Still have more gas than I'm happy with. Let's do the Hydralisk attack range upgrade and 2.5 per patch. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minerals. So I should have at least 16 workers, if not more. Help defend the penis building. I think my spire's nearly done. Again, my kingdom for an idle worker button. I was able to spot this drone because of the cartoon mode. I would not have seen him under that overlord otherwise. No way.
Spawn more overlords.
Overlords, no problem. Why, I would be happy to.
Spawn more overlords.
Kill the speed really quick. It'll be my first RTS game with select idle workers. Shit. Come on, team. Fight these guys. Peter's probably much better at using the vultures than I was. That didn't go too terribly. Could have been worse. Go team. You guys are rocking it. I'm proud of you. Mutalisks. We need all the mutalisks. And then we'll make a million Zerglings. Let's keep doing melee attacks, I guess. You kind of want to spread out your overlords to get as much vision as possible. Like an advantage of Zerg is that they tend to have... Stealth doesn't work very well on them, it seems like.
Our forces are under attack.
Let's pick a bajillion Zerglings here, it'll be great. Spire, let's upgrade their attacks. Upgrade the Hydralisk. Burn through some of this excess gas. So I may as well do Overlord's sight range. So that I'm spending the gas on something. So are Mutalisks strictly better than Hydralisks, or they're just different use case, basically? Awesome Zerg detectors everywhere. Are the Hydralisks tankier or something? Hydralisks don't get fucked up by enemy anti-air. I see. I think someone said Hydralisks are like tankier Marines, basically. Can do. I'm gonna try sending this group in and see how it goes. After I get a evolution chamber upgrade here. About to. I think I got the sight radius. That's pretty nice. They can see pretty far, huh? And I can have better sight radius than the computer has of me, right? Sending these guys forward. Still don't have the skill level to use control groups effectively. It has to be like second nature for me. I know that I should be doing it at least. I don't know if that helps at all. Mutalists are getting fucked up by their turrets. Okay. Let's see. If I overwhelm them, it doesn't really matter, I guess. They had a ton of them. Okay, this isn't great. Don't you guys dare.
Our forces are under attack.
Not super great. Let's get more Zerglings. Come on, shoot the thing, separate her away. There you go.
Our forces are under attack.
Got that. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good at all. Go team. Kill these things, please. A click.
Forces are under attack.
I already killed my Mutalisks. Let me see where I sent them. Kill the Wraith, please. I love that it's still all the same sound effects from the base game. They didn't add like cartoony yelling sounds. I think I need a new hatchery too. We'll do that here in a second. Looks like they regen a small amount of health when they're on creep, maybe? Unfortunately, they were up on the ledge and they were already heading up there, and I kind of lost track where my other units were. I should have turned the game speed down for that. Build some more drones. So I can at least build one more hatchery. Zerg generally regen. Okay, that's good. Just a thing they can do. Alright, we're about at time. Future Marstead, here's what's going on with this map. Let me turn speedway down while I'm talking about this. You want to go to your hatcheries here, and you want to build lots of Hydralisks because you got a ton of gas, and lots of Mutalisks because you got a ton of gas. Maybe try Scourge. They're like aerial consumable bombers that I assume do a ton of damage. After scouting up here, the Terrans have a ton of turrets that you're going to have to deal with. I think you want to send in a huge rush of Zerglings and Hydralisks to deal with the turrets. Keep your Mutalisks at bay until they're all taken care of. You probably want to build at least one more hatchery. In fact, I'll go ahead and get that started now, just so you can start getting more units. I think they still have the cutscenes. I don't know. Yeah, so just go to all your hatcheries, spawn a bunch of units, make lots of Zerglings, try to rush their base up here in the northwest. Be cautious of the air units, don't send your Mutalisks through them. Continue to use the cartoon mode because it's great. It's really, really easy to tell the difference between units and what's going on the map. I'm having a much easier time seeing what's going on. Your save this time is 08320 Zerg 2.4.